There's a well-known Chassid in Crown Heights. His name is Rabbi Kasriel Kastel. This story, I imagine it must have happened, you know, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It didn't exactly say in the story. Anyway, he's a very outgoing person, uh, and a very friendly person, very well known. And so he was invited to a wedding of of a big donor or a friend, whatever, of Chabad, an older man. And there was this man's son was getting married, or his grandson was getting married. So he went to the wedding. It was very nice. He was talking to people. Everybody was talking. He's a wonderful person, Rabbi Castell, very friendly, sociable. Someone comes up to him, a sort of a religious fellow, an older fellow, and he says, "Listen, Rabbi Castell, you don't know me. My name is this and this." He said, "Listen, I would like to talk to you for a second." This is good, sure. What? He said, "Let's come to the side. I want to listen." He said, "Last night I had a dream." Rabbi Castell looks at the man. He doesn't know the man from him. Never saw the person in his life. The person doesn't know him either. He said, "What are you telling me a dream for?" He says, "I asked around, and you're the Chabad person here from Chabad." He said, "I had a dream." So, a dreams you can only tell to Chabad people. I had a dream. The Lubavitcher Rebbe came to me. I saw pictures of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. I haven't got a connection. The Lubavitcher Rebbe came to me in a dream, clear, just like I'm talking to you. And he said, tomorrow, do not be a witness on the marriage certificate. Tomorrow at the wedding, every marriage has to have a wedding certificate. It's called a ketuvah. And the couple has to have this ketuvah with them all the time. It has to be with them in their house all the time. There has to be a ketuvah, a marriage certificate. It's very important. And even all the details are very important. And the details also, even if it's proper, but if there's some sort of a little deviation, and it could cause big problems in the wedding. There's some big rabbis that know how to fix it up. I've heard amazing stories. Any case, so he said, the Lubavitcher Rebbe came to me and told me not to be a witness on the ketuvah, on this. I had no intention to be a witness for a ketuvah. I barely know what a ketuvah is. I've never really seen one before. I know there is such a thing, but I'm going to be a witness. I'm not a witness. I'm not a rabbi. I'm not a nothing. So I figured, okay, it was a very real dream, but I totally forgot about it. Today, I came to this wedding, right? Wedding, and the father of the bride came up to me and asked me if I want to be a witness on the ketubah. I don't know what to do. I mean, if you wouldn't have asked me, I wouldn't talk to you about it. It was a very surprising dream, but it manifested itself. Now, the Lubavitcher Rebbe told me not to. Normally I would say, sure, no problem. What do you have to be a witness? You just stand there and you sign your name. And you're one of the witnesses. But now the Lubavitcher Rebbe appeared to me and told me not to do it. So I don't want to do it, but I don't know what to say. I don't know where I'm going to go. He asked me, he's a good friend of mine. He's going to think I'm nuts that the Lubavitcher Rebbe told me not to sign it. The Lubavitcher Rebbe, I don't know the Lubavitcher Rebbe. So Rabbi Castell said, listen, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's very strange what you say. It's no big deal. So I'm also good friends with the father. And I'm going to go to him and I would say, I would like to be one of the witnesses. And he'll probably say, well, I asked someone already. And I'll say, let's go and ask the person. And then you say, no, of course, please. I don't want to be I didn't really want to be the have the responsibility. It was my great honor. Make a whole play like, it's my honor to let the rabbi do it. So that's what they did. He went to the bed and he said, Rabbi Costello, he said, I would like to be one of the witnesses. I mean, if it's okay with you. No, I already picked somebody. Let's go and talk to the person. They went, this is a whole spiel they did. And he said, no, please, Rabbi, I'm just a simple Jew. You'll be the witness of it. So that's it. So before the wedding, they arranged the ketuvah, right? So the rabbi, which was officiating, he brought a ketuvah, this writing, wrote the whole thing down, and he said, "Okay, you'll be a witness and sign, Rabbi Castell." So he looks, Rabbi Castell, and he looks and he sees. 1 second, what is the name of the groom? Says his name is Yisachar. He says, but here it's written Yitzchak. You wrote a different name. He said, it's not Yitzchak, Yisachar? I thought I heard you say Yisachar. So, Yitzchak, didn't you say Yitzchak? No, I said Yisachar. Maybe you heard. So he said, okay, we'll have to get a new ketuvah. I'll go to the store. There's a store about maybe 10 minutes from here. I'll drive there quick. The rabbi said, listen, I can't do it. I can't wait for you. I have another wedding to go to. I'm already late there. This wedding officiation, it takes, 15 minutes, a half an hour, and I'm already late to the other one. If you go and you come back, I can't do it. Listen, and I don't have to do it. I'll cross out this name, Yitzchak. I'll write the name Yisachar above. I'll sign my name, my initials over it, and everything will be all right. Said, okay, no. There's no other way to do it. We can't do it in other words. There's no other rabbis. No one else can officiate, and I'm officiating. Okay. So they did it, and really, it's okay. It's all right if you do it that way. It's definitely not, the best way to do it, but it's all right. So he did this. He wrote the ketuvah. He crossed out the name, wrote it in, and they made the wedding ceremony. Everybody's happy. But Rabbi Castell is not easy with this whole business. He doesn't like the whole thing. So he goes. Another rabbi came in the middle of the wedding. He came over, a big rabbi, and he took this. Was an expert on this. Took it to him. Said, "What do you think about this ketuvah?" He looks at it. He says, "Listen, it'll pass, but it's not good. It shouldn't be that way. There's no reason to leave it this way. Go and get another ketuvah. There's a store with what is it called, the Tashmishi Kedusha? What is it? The Judaica store. You can buy a ketuvah over there and bring it, and I'll sign it. I'll do the whole thing." He says, "No problem." So he goes and he runs. He goes to the place. He comes back with a brand new ketuvah, and the rabbi looks at it and he says, "Good." He says, "Oh, 1 second. This is a second marriage. These people have been married before, right? Yes, the fact is they were divorced. And well, you brought this is for people that have never been married before, for a batula. It's not, this woman is not a batula. She's not a virgin. You have to bring another." So he went back and he exchanged it and he brought another one. Suddenly he thought to himself, look at this. What happened? Said, if that original man would have signed the ketuvah, if he would have been the signer, he would not have noticed that the name was wrong. He didn't know anything about ketuvahs at all. He wouldn't have known that the name is wrong. And he wouldn't have noticed that it's a ketuvah that's not really for these people. It's not appropriate for them. It's not appropriate for them. And so, and the Rebbe appeared to this man, a strange guy. How the Rebbe knew that this man was going to be asked to be a witness, and that if he was a witness, that it would be disastrous results, how the Rebbe knew it. And it was in a dream. So we see an amazing miracle, and there's a lot of them that are like this, that the Rebbe performed not even in a normal waking state, but also entering into this person's dreams in order to fix up one little detail of a wedding. So we see that the Rebbe had his hand in everything that there was in the world, or at least whatever God wanted him to have his hand in, but in the most minute details. That's the thing of Mashiach, that every detail of the world will be exactly the way that God wants it. Have a good day with Mashiach now.